So people, I want to start a YouTube channel, or I want to maintain my YouTube channel. I'm trying to figure out what is the best, most effective workflow to actually following through with it. You can see here on my iPad, this little layout here. So basically, I've made a little thumbnail, trying to start with a thumbnail from doing some research online. And then from there, I break it down into different steps of the things that I want to be talking about. Here's a list of really decent hooks. If I go to the YouTube one, how to read daily. Here's one of my favorite products that I use on a daily basis. This here is called GoodNotes. It's an iPad app. I can use it alongside my pen, and basically, I can draw notes on here. Digital notepad. So decent hook. Then go down to the promise. So the promise is basically give them an understanding of what they will get, or the conclusion that they'll come to by the end of the video. So this could be framed in something that could benefit them. So you could say something like, in today's video, I'm going to show you an effective way on how to structure your YouTube content creation workflow, so that each of your YouTube videos goes through a story. There's some continuity between all the different videos that you create, and it has decent hooks and things to maintain engagement. That would be the promise. Then the second stage is going through and just, again, clearly outlining what's in it for the prospect or the viewer. Why is it important? It's important because if you can speed up and refine your workflow of how you're creating content, it's going to be a lot more slipstream, and people are going to know what more to expect. Who's it for? Right now, this is a video created to be based on YouTube, so it's more long form, a little bit more in depth, unlike if it was videos for TikTok or something. Or you could say who this is for is people that are trying to create a channel and trying to look for better structure of how they're actually creating the content. What is the topic of conversation? So right now I'm talking about how I'm trying to structure my YouTube broadcasting channel. And again, I use something called GoodNotes. It's a great app. I use this more than any other app on my iPad. How I'm doing it is in this 4-step process. Under the third step is a content breakdown. With this, I try to break down the types of information that I want to speak about. And if I just make bullet note summaries here, it's going to be a lot easier for me to understand the points I need to touch upon. Under the first breakdown point, one thing that's very important is the Pareto's principle, 80-20 rule. Because if I can define what is the 20% most important thing to consider, then I can cut through the noise and just get the most important things out of the way. From a glance, I would think the most important thing to consider with the 80-20 principle would be a basic structure, something to follow, a guideline. This is to make it repeatable, consistent, and in the future, it just takes away a lot of the thought processes and when you're not really sure about what you should be talking about. So this is the sort of thing that I would think would be the more important elements. With GoodNotes, that's a bit more specific. It's a note-taking app. You can use it for book summaries where you can do highlighting, and you can reread content, which is absolutely great. And then again, with this workflow of how I'm trying to build a YouTube channel or making a structure where I can repeat something regularly, the last part would be a summary. So once I've talked about all these different points, I just summarize at the end to loop everything back. And to loop it back, I would say, yeah, right now I think the most important thing when you're trying to start a YouTube channel is to build a structure, something repeatable. Right now I'm using GoodNotes, which is digital, and that allows me the flexibility of writing notes and changing them quite rapidly, or duplicating pages and switching out the thumbnails so I can plan months of videos ahead. I recommend GoodNotes. If you use iOS or Apple products, you can sync it across all your devices so it's saved in the cloud, which is great. And then the last thing of it all would be a call to action. And this is something just to state what someone can do to react with your content. So if you can leave a like and comment if you use GoodNotes, or if you've got a better system of how you're structuring your YouTube content, please press like and subscribe. Or you could be saying, I've got a Patreon account, links in the description. Please help support the channel. So yeah, I need to get into a habit of making more frequent content. This is the first in several different types of experiments that I want to create, where I'm just outlining exactly what I'm going to be doing, to how I'm going to structure it and strategize of actually following through with creating more content. Right, take care people. Got a next vid, check that out as well. Call to action. See you later. Okay, now I'm turning off camera 1. 3, 2, 1. Now I'm turning off iPad. 3, 2, 1. Now I'm turning off camera.